All right, I thought today was a good work day. Obviously, for the most part, got all the conditions that we were hoping for. Hot, humid. It was a physical practice with trying to throw a lot of different situations there at the end at them. Try to force using your minds when you're tired. There at the end of it. It was what we were looking for. Some explosive plays, both sides of the ball, some missed opportunities on both sides of the ball, and that's where we got to continue to be consistent in our execution and the things that we're being asked to do. We've been very aggressive in our installation, trying to couple the things that we were able to accomplish in the meetings, in the skill work in the summer, trying to carry that over and really be aggressive with these guys and forcing them to use minds, facing a lot of different looks. So we got to keep cleaning that up. But I like how they work today. Ma'am.
Can you give us an update on the kid that was carted off?
That was what?
That was carted off?
No, ma'am.
Mike, could you talk about, obviously, nice turnaround season for you last year. How much of an impact do you feel like getting a guy like Jared back, getting Johnny Wilson back, has not just on the team now, but also in recruiting and all that stuff? Because it speaks to the culture, or at least you would think it would anyway.
It does, and I mean it's huge. Guys that want to be here, guys that are, they're bought into what we're doing as a program, and they also believe that they're going to develop. And these guys are great players. They've had really good success, throughout their career, but they want to take another step. And I've been really pleased with the work ethic, the desire. That's encouraging to everybody. And you get one chance for a career. And when you have guys that believe so much in who they get to do it with, and know that they got an opportunity to grow and get better, as they all have big dreams and big goals, but they see this as a great step to where they want to ultimately get to.
How concerned were you for a guy like Jared playing a premium position that's one of the most highly coveted in the NFL, that he, because it's rare, because if the money's there, more often than not, they go.
Yeah. It's he's a special young man. He's got he saw opportunity for, like I said, for growth, for development, for continued improvement, and he loves this team. And this guy, he'd been on the team for 1 year, but he maximized that 1 year. So did his teammates. So did those relationships built, and he wanted to do it one more time. And so I'm really glad that he chose to do that.
You talked about the weather. Is Jared okay? Health-wise with Jared?
Absolutely.
You talked about the weather. What else do you get out of it?
All right, guys. I appreciate everybody being here, but I'm not. I don't get into injuries and guys that they're not participating. And so if there's another question about that, then we give access to come watch practice. Some people are new, right, and how we operate, but it should have been explained before we get over here. We haven't had any injuries that are extensive at this point, but if you would keep it to questions of what you see, what you think, but ultimately we're not going to talk about guys that what their availability. Some guys we're limiting in reps, and on days that they're going to be heavy workloads. Some guys we're reducing. We had a lot of guys on this team that have played a lot of football, so we're going to be smart as we go through this camp, and you'll continue to develop every player we have.
You mentioned the weather. What else do you get from being over here for a couple of days in the middle of camp?
For us, it's just being together. Last night we had an event I was really good with our team. It's an opportunity to bond. Guys, that might not be roommates when you're at home or come here, and now they get to live together for a few days. Just continue to build the relationships, and I think it's a great setting for us. I really appreciate North Florida for the work, and some of us have been coming here for the last few years. You see this the investment in the field, the investment in the space. I mean, it's we're really grateful for the opportunity, and our guys, they appreciate the time together.
After a few days in uppers and a full day in pads, O-line, what do you think of how they're doing it, especially mixing and matching?
I think for where we are, it's been pretty good. You see talent, you see ability. We've got to continue to work consistency, and that's sometimes challenging when you're rolling a lot of different guys. But we got 25 practices to prepare for the first game, and trying to be aggressive here early with guys understanding the importance of communication, understanding what they how they need to work together, even if it's once we get the game prep, man, we're going to lock in pretty good on who's going where, and make sure that we have that confidence in the work. But on the flip side of it, right now we're trying to create as many challenges as we can, and I think they're handling it well. Big, physical. You see the athletic ability, and you definitely like what I'm saying.
Justin Cryer, how impressed have you been with him?
He's been good, and I know I mentioned him the other day. What we thought in recruiting early in the process. He moves well. That was one of the things. Just not really getting to when he made his commitment to Northwestern, we really didn't. We stayed after it, but not. I mean, he made a choice of what he wanted to do and where he wanted to go. Respected him and the family, in regards to that. But obviously, as that circumstance changed there, we reached out, and he loved his time when he was here, and we thought he was going to be a great fit. And he's probably moving better than what some of the areas, a short area burst, the things that he can do, how he makes plays on the perimeter. He really reminds me a lot of as a freshman, but it reminds me a lot of what Tatum brings, except he's just a little bit, probably a little bit bigger, at this point of his career than where Tatum was. So, definitely excited about the opportunity he could have to possibly help us this year, and then obviously for sure what his future is going to be.
What's your early read in the first 7 months about what you've seen from Kirkland?
I'm really pleased with KJ. I think he's going to be a great player here. He's smart, he's athletic. He comes to work every day. We were hopeful that he would be able to come in and transition to put himself in that position. Fully expect him to help this football team this year.
Are you starting to see? It seems like the lights going on a little more for Brian and Blake, new guys at linebacker.
Yeah, we're repping a good number of guys there. We need to, feel great about our first four. And we want to really see how that the 5 and 6, how they establish themselves. And Justin's a part of that. Brian, guys, Blake. I mean, all those guys they're new to what we're asking them to do here. But I think they're really doing a good job in their investment. And I like the progression.
Coach,
Time for a couple more.
What's this team's bread and butter? What's something that FSU's got that no other team does?
I really believe in the relationships these guys have. The willingness to work, the willingness to put themselves in uncomfortable situations, and continue to push. And that's everybody in the country right now is talking about wanting to achieve great things. You got to work for great things, and going back, looking at the GPS numbers after every practice, we're running a very similar structure to what we've done in the past. But our numbers, this team is trained. They're working hard. They're explosive. They're putting out that as that's showing up consistently through the first 7 practices. I'm really excited about that. And it's a team that cares about each other. And we've got great players. We got a wonderful staff. But they believe in each other through the actions that they've had, and they've built trust together, because of that. And so it's fun. It's a fun team to coach, and ultimately we're going to kind of continue to be better there. But it is, and this is a real one.
Coach, how involved were you with the conversations last week about possibly leaving the ACC?
There's I know there's always going to be outside the things from our program. We're focused on preparing for fall camp. We're preparing on getting better today. Like I said, we got a wonderful administration. We got great, we got a great university. Got unbelievable support. It's a wonderful place to be. My focus right now is preparing this team to go be the best we can be this year. And we've got a great relationship with the ACC. And you look at our past and just. The legacy we have within the ACC, it's one that's respectable, and it's one that obviously we're working to go this year and be able to push to be the top.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, guys. Thank you.